Well, baby, I'm on it with a bottle of wine and an old dirt road, and you're ready to go if you want to.
So,
hey, thanks for joining us today. Live Music Nation podcast, special festival edition. Today, we are with Kowena Suckstorf, and she is with Springfest, a juried art festival. Kowena, thanks for joining us.
it's my pleasure.
Give us a little background on you. Where'd you grow up? Talk a little bit about your family and your career.
Well, I grew up in Hawaii. I was born in Japan, but I grew up in Hawaii and left there to join the Air Force, spent 20 years in the Air Force. And just along the way, ended up here in Florida, in Bradenton, and doing what I love best, and that's doing my art and participating in art events.
Okay, so as an artist yourself, what do you do?
I'm a fused glass artist.
Oh, nice.
So, it's not stained glass, it's not blown glass, it's fused. So I create my designs and then I cook them, if you will, in a kiln.
Very, very, very cool. How'd you get started in that?
At a low point in my life, I needed an outlet and I took a class via Groupon, fell in love with it, and went home and bought a kiln and started from there. And since then, I've been teaching classes and I do art shows. And that's how I got involved with Springfest, because I was a vendor there or an artist there one year, and it's in my backyard. So they asked me if I would join the board and help make this event even better. We're in our 36th year as a festival, and it just keeps getting better.
That's awesome. Well, just goes to show you, when you're in the right place at the right time, things happen. Let's talk about Springfest. Let's talk about 3 questions that really help our listener get the whole picture. What does it look like? What does it smell like? Meaning food. Is there other things going on? And then what does it sound like? The atmosphere. Is there music? Is there activities for kids? Those kind of things. So let's start at the beginning. What does it look like? Give us the description.
Well, it's an outdoor festival, and it's held on City Field in Holmes Beach, which is on Anna Maria Island, and it feels like the beach. The weather is almost always good. Sometimes we have to worry about storms coming through, but the weather's good. You get the smell of the ocean. There are seafood restaurants across the street. We do have food vendors that come to this, ranging from Cousins Lobsters to Sonny's Barbecue. So, we do have different food venues that come in. And on Saturday, we do have music. And one of the things we're going to be doing different this year, besides the paid music, is we're inviting kids from high school bands and symphonies, which is also a big part of what we do in terms of encouraging art in the community. So yeah, that gives them an opportunity to perform in front of other people, and it gives us music to go along with our festival.
Perfect. Talk a little bit about just the art portion of this. You mentioned it's juried, and we talked off air that most of the pieces are available for sale. So let's talk about a couple of things that we've really come to learn, and that art can be expensive. Talk about the price range that you have, and when you allow these artists to come in and display.
Well, a lot of artists come in with prices ranging from, let's say, the low hundreds to $3,000 to $5,000.
Okay.
So it just depends on the piece of art. But a lot of artists also bring smaller, more affordable things, and we are in a tourist area, so we try to bring along things that people can put in their suitcase, or, it's easy to mail home. So, the range really from a fine art festival is the low hundreds to up into the thousands. And then, of course, all the artists do commissioned work, and, almost all the artists have websites. So there's opportunities after the festival also.
Sure. Talk a little bit about the participants that you have. What type of art are people going to experience?
We have some awesome photographers coming in. We have a couple of those. We have some people who do pottery, and not just, your everyday kitchenware, but very interesting and off the wall, as well as usable things. I'm a glass artist, so I come in and I call it painting with glass. So, we're not talking about the yard art that you would see at a craft festival, but finer pieces of glass art. We also have people that make jewelry. We have people that do fiber art, so it's also wearable.
Nice.
So I mean, it's the gamut. It runs the range from A to Z.
Very good. Very good. Talk about your passion for this. I mean, I know you described how you got into it. What are some opportunities that maybe someone listening to this for the first time, you talked about clicking on a Groupon just to try something new. Talk about the opportunities that people might be able to participate in or sign up for when they attend this festival.
So a lot of the artists, myself included, especially local ones, do offer the opportunity to come and take a class or watch a demonstration. There's always donor opportunities because, of course, the Anna Maria Island Art League is a nonprofit, and we rely on the kindness of strangers, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
But there's then the opportunity, if you're an artist, to be an artist at our show, and it's through Zapplication that you can apply. You learn about other places in the area. The atmosphere at the festival is just very friendly and very helpful. As artists, we help each other, and we help the customers or the people coming to the art show learn about the island itself. So, it's not just coming to the festival, which of course we want you to do, but it's also about the island experience.
Yeah. Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay. Couple of fun questions, and these are just purely fun questions. I'm going to tweak these just a little bit for you. We're going to talk about art instead of music. I'm in live music and live entertainment. I always ask the same questions at the end of these, but I'm going to tweak this just a little bit. So number one, do you follow music at any level?
Oh, I do. I am
okay.
Quite eclectic, but
okay.
Go ahead.
So let me ask you this. I'm going to adjust this a little bit. Who has the coolest album cover you've ever seen in your entire life?
Oh, that's a hard one.
It is a hard one, and I'm throwing it at you.
I've had a long life.
and no one does album covers anymore. So that's kind of why I'm asking this, because I just was kind of curious as you go through there.
Well, the first one that came to mind is Pink Floyd's album with the prism. Mm-hmm. And I think maybe the reason that resonates with me is because of the color. And I work with glass, so I get refraction and reflection. So I guess that's the one that first came to mind for me.
That makes good sense. All right, now I'm going to ask you a music question. Dead or alive, you get to see one musical act as a band or an artist. Dead or alive, who would you want to see?
Rolling Stones.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah.
And I also have to say Joni Mitchell, because she's my favorite female artist.
Okay, all right.
But Rolling Stones, hands down.
Very good. Very good. Okay. Most importantly, how do people find out more about SpringFest? Website, social media? Where's that information at?
You go to islandartleague.org.
Okay.
You click on festival in the top navigation bar. And you can learn all about the festival. I do want to also plug part of our festival is the Young at Art program, where we go out to the schools in the county, and there's about 80 of them. Mm-hmm. And we invite them to submit their students' art. Last year, we had over 100 submissions, and we partner with the businesses on the island from the north end to the south end to display the kids' art for about 2 weeks before the festival. And then we do award first, second, and third prizes for different age groups.
Okay.
So that's also described on there.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
You bet.
Well, baby, I'm on it with a bottle of wine and an old dirt road.